finally the new year of 2023. Hello everyone and welcome. I am your host, Matoran, and welcome back to the Bionicle Retro Review. And it's been a while since I last did one, but I'm finally back here today to review some Bionicle sets. And today we're looking at I would say the Matorans, but most of them are the Matorans, but they're a little upgraded. It's the 2003 Matorans. There's no specific name for them other than that, so that's why I'm just gonna call them. But anyway, starting from right to left, we got set number 8581 Kopek, 8582 Motoro, 8583 Holly, 8584 Huki, and 8585 Hafu, and then 8586 Maku. So all of the Matorans of Matanui, even though there's actually six of them, six Matorans of there's six regions of Matanui. But there's only 3 of those Matorans from those regions, which is kind of weird. Now, to be fair, Jaller and what is his name? I can't think of his name. Takua are in other sets. They're in the big Titan sets. You know, of course, for them, they're the main characters of Massive Light. So, yeah, they're going to be in the more expensive sets. But where are the other ones? Where are the Lei and Onu Matorans? Where are they at? Why are they not here? Just because they didn't bother to make them, I guess. And you can't even make the pieces because they don't even have the colors in those pieces. So you have to either 3D print them or paint them, which I don't want to do either of. So unfortunately, we didn't get them. But anyway, let's actually look at the ones that we do have, which is these 6 right here. So 2 of them are from, well, there's a set of 2. So 2 of them are from the 3 regions in Matanui. So you got Kokoro, Gakoro, and Pokoro. So we got them, and their color schemes are pretty decent. I mean, it's not this. Their color schemes are not like super amazing. They're okay. I mean, I like Motoro's the most because I just really like Motoro. It's like my favorite one. But aside from that, the color schemes they're decent. They're good. They're good, but they're a little muted actually for Kopek. I think I'm saying his name right. I don't know. His is a little boring because it's just gray and white, and it's a very boring color scheme. But for the rest of them, really good. So it's a pro and a con at the same time, but mostly a pro. But aside from that, let's look at the articulation. The articulation is pretty okay. It's better than what we had with the Matorans in 2001. So let me actually fix that, because he can move his legs, both legs obviously up and down, and he can actually swivel the foot, if you will. So there's no ankles, but it's not too bad off. So it's not like they're just standing there without able to move anything. So they can move the legs and have this running motion, if you will. And of course you can take off his hand off that, and he has posable shoulders, I guess. So he has shoulders and hand articulation. No elbows, because why give them elbows when you can not? But and a problem is that you can't swivel the heads though, unfortunately. You almost can if the shoulders, if you move like the shoulder pieces down here, you probably could just swivel the head, but I'm not doing that, and that would look kind of weird anyway. So no head articulation on that. And taking that mask off, still got that really horrid, creepy head that I wish they would upgrade it with the other ones with the actual like eye colored brain piece. But it's these which the original Matorans did have, so that's okay. It's not much to say on that. But they do actually have a gear function, because they have this little gear function on the back right here, which you can spin around, and they do this mainly to play the little game. What was it called? I actually don't know I don't know the game, but each of them have these little disc things and this little a puck, and you would try to hit it. I can't do a good job with one-handed, but you get the idea. So they can do that, and you can do that with all of them. So it's a pretty good little function. If you could do it right, honestly, it probably couldn't be fun. But it's more like hockey, and it seemed like in the actual like movie, there's more like, I don't know. I kind of want to say like, it's not quite like tennis, but a tennis or soccer. But for the actual sets, it's more like hockey. But either way, it's still a good function. It's still pretty fun. And it's, it is what it is. I mean, these sets were not very, they're not the most expensive, so you're not going to get a lot with them. They're only $4 for all of them. So you're not getting much with these, but they're good. They're decent. They're just enough. I mean, $4, that's actually not too bad for 25 pieces. And these are like big, bulky Bionicle pieces, so they're not like the little Lego minifig and stud pieces and stuff like that for like the more traditional Lego sets. So these are a lot better. And if you want to get all deep into it with the price per piece, I think it's like 16 cents for each of the pieces. So if you really want to compare that and see if it's really that much, does it match up with the value of it, go ahead. But I don't, so that's just how I feel about it. But there's not much else to say about them. So these are not like standouts like other sets are, because they're just the Matorans. So I don't want to ramble on for too long. Is there anything else I want to mention? I guess I can mention the cons, even though I kind of already did. So with the gear function, it feels a little loose. Just to simply put, like, you're spinning it, but as you twist this little gear, it feels like it's kind of about to fall off. And it isn't, but it feels like it is. It's a kind of loose kind of connection. And also for the design, it looks kind of weird. All their designs, because they're identical, aside from the mask and color scheme, they're identical, but they look kind of weird, like especially on the side, because they look like they got this like hunch, and they got this hunchback with this weird thing sticking out, so it looks kind of odd. But it's not the worst, but it's not my favorite design for Matorans. Honestly, I think the 2004 Matorans are my favorite, which I have did a review for if you want to check that out. It should be on the top right corner. But anyway, so that's really all to say on that. And yeah, they can't articulate their head at all, so it's just they're just pretty straightforward, so they can't look up or down or anything like that. So that's a bit of a con, if you will, but I don't really think it's that bad. But there's not much else to say on that. So what the score I'll give it probably a 7.2. Honestly, like, they're not bad sets, but they're pretty average. So would I recommend these? I guess. But honestly, you do fine with just one, like just one of them. And honestly, I'd rather get the Titan sets, because then you get a whole actual build, and then you get personally the cooler Matorans. Like, you get Gyro or Takura if you just want to get both of them. Then you have the Takura ones, which their color schemes are a lot more vibrant and it looks a lot more interesting. So I'd rather go with them personally. But if you're just a completionist like me that wants to get all the sets, then I still wouldn't. I don't know. It just really depends how much you really like Bionicle and how much you really want them. But honestly, you do fine with just one of them, and you will essentially have them all. So those are my thoughts. Tell me what you think down below in the comments, because I read every single comment. And I will see you all. Well, actually, join me next time, when I look over the Borak Call, the literally silver versions of the Borak. That is it. They literally have a code of silver. So that's gonna be a wild review right there. But with that, I have been Road to Matoran, and I'll see you all in the next Bionicle Retro review.